On the western coast of Africa, nestled amidst lush rainforests and a sparkling coastline, lies the small nation of Liberia. Home to over 5 million people, Liberia holds a unique place in history as the first and oldest modern republic in Africa. But Liberia's story is not just one of independence, it's a story deeply intertwined with the plight and perseverance of free black Americans seeking refuge from the tyranny of slavery in the United States. In the early 19th century, the idea of a nation built by formerly enslaved people began to take root in the minds of abolitionists and free black Americans alike. Societies like the American Colonization Society, or ACS, formed, advocating for the resettlement of free black people in Africa. Their motivations were complex, ranging from genuine humanitarian concern to the desire to remove free black people from a society still deeply entrenched in racial prejudice. While some free black people saw resettlement as a chance to escape the pervasive racism and discrimination of America and forge their own destiny, others viewed it with suspicion and even outright opposition. They argued, often vehemently, that they were Americans by birthright and deserved full citizenship and equality in their own land. Despite the internal debate within the black community, the first group of free black Americans embarked on a perilous journey across the Atlantic Ocean in 1820. They set sail with a mix of hope and trepidation, leaving behind a land where they were denied basic freedoms, yet carrying with them the dream of building a new society founded on the principles of liberty and self-determination. The voyage was fraught with danger. Disease, storms, and cramped, unsanitary conditions on board the ships claimed many lives. Those who survived the harrowing journey arrived on the shores of what is now Liberia, facing a new set of challenges. The land was unfamiliar, the climate harsh, and tensions with the indigenous African populations who saw the newcomers as encroachers on their land were a constant threat. Despite these hardships, the settlers persevered, establishing the settlement of Christopolis, later renamed Monrovia, in honor of US President James Monroe, a prominent supporter of the colonization movement. Monrovia became the capital of the newly formed nation of Liberia, a name derived from the Latin word liber, meaning free. The Liberian Declaration of Independence, adopted in 1847, echoed the ideals of the US Declaration of Independence, proclaiming the inherent rights of all people to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. However, the reality of life in Liberia was far more complex than the lofty ideals enshrined in its founding documents. The settlers, though bound by their shared experiences of oppression in America, brought with them their own internal divisions. They often struggled to reconcile their vision for a free and equal society with the realities of governing a nation. Section 4, The Shadow of Slavery, a Complex Legacy. Adding to this complexity was the inescapable shadow of slavery. While Liberia stood as a beacon of freedom for black Americans, it also grappled with the legacy of the very institution it sought to escape. The settlers, many of whom had been born into slavery themselves, sometimes replicated the power structures and prejudices they had known in America. This manifested in tensions between the Americo-Liberians, as the settlers and their descendants came to be known, and the indigenous African population. This internal divide, rooted in the legacy of slavery and colonialism, shaped Liberia's political and social landscape for generations to come. The Americo-Liberians, though a minority, held a disproportionate amount of power, leading to resentment and instability. Section 5, Liberia, Today, Challenges and Triumphs. Liberia's journey since its founding has been marked by periods of both progress and turmoil. The nation has endured civil wars, political instability, and economic hardship. Yet through it all, the spirit of the Liberian people has remained resilient. Today, Liberia is a nation rebuilding and striving to forge a more inclusive and equitable society. It faces challenges common to many developing nations, such as poverty, corruption, and limited access to education and healthcare. However, there is also a palpable sense of hope and determination among Liberians to build a brighter future for their nation. Section 6, A Lasting Legacy, The Enduring Spirit of Liberia. Liberia's story is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit's yearning for freedom and self-determination. It is a story that challenges us to confront the complexities of history and acknowledge the enduring legacy of slavery, even as we celebrate the resilience and achievements of a nation founded on the pursuit of liberty. As Liberia continues to navigate its path, its journey serves as a poignant reminder that the pursuit of freedom and equality is an ongoing process, one that demands constant vigilance, introspection, and a commitment to building a more just and equitable world for all. Before you leave, please like and subscribe for more forecasting historical past.